Hi everybody, Southwest Airlines is celebrating its one-year anniversary at Wichita Mid-Continent Airport this June. We have Air Service Manager Valerie Weiss here to tell us more about it. Valerie, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Well, why don't you start off by explaining to our audience about why it's so important that we landed Southwest Airlines?
Well, it's a huge victory for South Central Kansas and for the state of Kansas to have that quality low-fare airline in our market. Southwest is really important because it's the competitive factor that keeps the lid on fares from escalating. So other airlines will compete and lower fares to the destinations that Southwest serves as well. So right now from Wichita, Southwest serves over 65 destinations, so you have the advantage of their low fare quality service to those destinations. So it's really important to keep fares under control, to keep fares affordable.
You mentioned destinations. Where all can we fly to?
Well, currently they fly nonstop service to Dallas Love Field twice a day, 2 flights a day to Chicago Midway, and 1 flight a day to Las Vegas.
And do you anticipate they'll be expanding anytime soon, or can you talk about that?
I think we have a great opportunity this fall when the Wright Amendment is lifted. That is the restriction that has kept Southwest Airlines from flying long-haul flights out of Dallas Love Field. So starting in October, we're going to have from Dallas, you'll have nonstop service to Baltimore, Chicago Midway, Denver, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Orlando, and Washington Reagan. And then in November, from Dallas to Atlanta, Fort Lauderdale, Nashville, New York LaGuardia, Phoenix, San Diego, and Santa Ana. So from Dallas, we'll have a lot better access.
Sounds like I better be saving up my vacation days.
That's right. That's right.
How have you seen Southwest impact passenger traffic and sales?
Well, as far as traffic is concerned, now when I compare fares and traffic, I used the third quarter of 2013. That was their first full quarter of service, and comparing that with the previous year's third quarter. So if you take a look at that, fares to Chicago have decreased 44%, and traffic has increased 61%. Fares to Dallas, the market has decreased 66%, and traffic is up 161%. And fares to Las Vegas have decreased 16%. And keep in mind that Las Vegas is already served by a low-cost carrier, Allegiant, and traffic is up 18%. So a substantial impact.
Yeah, talk a little bit more about that, because I know you study these numbers every day.
Well, again, this is a quarter by quarter a comparison. Overall, our traffic for the year so far this year is up 8%. Now, those are just 3 markets that I compared, because it's kind of hard to compare all markets that Southwest impacts, but fares to all of the Texas markets have decreased. Fares to other markets that are served by Southwest have also decreased, and you see fares or traffic also increasing. On the other hand, when you look at fares to Atlanta or to Denver that used to be served by a low-cost carrier, either AirTran or Frontier, they're no longer served by those low-cost carriers. Those fares have increased substantially and traffic is down. So another reason why we have to support Southwest Airlines.
Absolutely. Well, have you seen the other airlines react to Southwest coming into our market?
Well, they compete on fares to similar markets. And of course, people who have frequent flyer programs on those other airlines get the advantage of the low fares brought in by Southwest, but they are loyal to their frequent flyer programs. So that is a challenge that Southwest has, is moving those frequent flyer programs from those programs over to Southwest and to the Southwest Rapid Rewards program. So, but yes, the other airlines have competed, and they're enjoying heavier loads because people are flying on those other airlines and getting the advantage of the low fares.
And that's really benefiting all the travelers.
It is. It's benefiting all the airlines because of the higher loads. It's benefiting our travelers because of the low fares.
Will you talk a little bit about the Southwest Rapid Rewards program, and how does somebody participate in that?
Well, you just sign up, very easy. You sign up and get a Rapid Rewards number, And so whenever you fly, you make sure you use your Rapid Rewards number when you book your flight. And for every dollar that you spend, you get miles or points on their program. The higher fare that you pay, the more points that you get. They don't have blackout dates. They don't have any expiration dates. You can use those points on any trip, or to offset the cost of a trip, or to get a free trip.
Do you just go to Southwest
Go to
website?
Southwest.com to sign up.
And one thing people may not know is, I've heard people say, well, I went on Hotwire or Travelocity and I didn't see them. So how do you actually book with Southwest?
Well, that's a good point. You can only find their fares at Southwest.com. They do not publish their fares on Expedia, Hotwire, Travelocity, no other booking engine, just Southwest.com.
And you guys do a great job. I'm going to plug your social media here, your Facebook and Twitter. You do a wonderful job of promoting their sales and other airline sales too.
That's right. Every fare sale, anything that the airlines have worth promoting, like especially fare sales, we are very aggressive in getting the word out.
Is there anything else you want people to know about Southwest coming into our market and how we can help support them? Or
if you're flying to Dallas, fly Southwest. If you're flying Chicago, fly Southwest, or to Vegas, fly Southwest. We really need to support them to keep them in our market.
And then when the new terminal opens, do you anticipate any changes?
As far as their service offerings, well, they wouldn't tell us that. And that would be their announcement. So I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens this fall, though, with the Wright Amendment being lifted and how they expand to new markets. Because right now they are flowing passengers through Wichita between Dallas and Chicago, and between Dallas and Las Vegas. So those through passengers will dry up, and so we'll have more seats to fill. That will be a challenge for our market. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do and how our market responds to the new service through Love Field.
And what are some of the advantages of flying Southwest besides saving money?
Well, they fly the nice 737 aircraft. Their customer service is outstanding. They don't nickel and dime you, so there's no fees for two bags. 2 bags fly free. They don't charge change fees, and as you know, many times your plans change, so if you need to change your dates of flying, they do that without a cost. The only cost would be an increase, or if the fare difference was different, you pay that difference. Many advantages. Their on-time performance is great. Baggage delivery is great. They're a fun airline, and they treat the customers right.
Yeah, I enjoyed that video that went viral with that attendant doing that fun announcement.
You never know what you're going to get with those guys. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah, she even ended up on Ellen.
Yes. Yep. Yeah.
Is there any other Southwest news you wanted to pass along?
At the end of 2015, Southwest is expanding their Houston Hobby hub. They're getting ready for international flights out of Houston Hobby to some Caribbean destinations and to the northern part of South America. So travelers to those destinations will be able to fly from Houston Hobby to those markets, and so we're hoping to have some good connections there.
Well, Valerie, thanks so much for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And thank you guys for watching. We encourage you to check out Southwest.com, and don't forget to follow the airport on Facebook and Twitter so you stay up to date with all the latest sales and information.